everyone, how are you all doing? I'm Shivani Singh, your host. Thank you so much for joining me today. So guys, today we have a very interesting InstaLive session and I am so glad that you guys could join us today on this very, I should say, informative day wherein we are going to talk about the importance of a language. We are doing another InstaLive session on this one particular language which we've already done, but we decided that this time it's going to be quite different. Okay, so welcome everyone to this yet another InstaLive session at Skills Rediscovery. As you all know that Skills Rediscovery is a platform wherein we bring our trainers and learners together. ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो कि बिलीव करता है कि अगर ट्रेनर्स और लर्नर्स क्लास तक नहीं जा सकते तो क्लास उनके पास पहुंचनी चाहिए. We at Skills Rediscovery believe कि skill is a very important aspect in making your career a successful one. It's very important to make sure that आप किसी भी प्रोफेशन में जाओ बट अपनी स्किल पे ज़रूर काम करो, क्योंकि जब स्किल बेस्ट होगी तो आपकी लाइफ बेस्ट होगी. And that's why we have various courses from various domains which are skill based, like business, technology, marketing, communication, and all these courses are available to you in various languages. And today we have one such trainer with us who is very experienced and very trained in her own profession. So let me first invite her and then I'm going to introduce to you what basically are we going to talk about.
Okay, she's here with us. Hello ma'am, welcome back again.
Hello.
Okay, so before we start our interactive session today, I'm going to tell you about who is Ms. Payal Sharma. So Payal Sharma is a French trainer and a French expert. She has been training students in various exams, and I would love to know about these exams as well. It's DELF, CEF, and TCF exams. She is also doing her last year in post-graduation from JNU in French language, and she's also done her graduation from Delhi University in French and Portuguese language. Guys, she is also a polyglot and she knows 5 languages, and I would love to know about her journey now. So glad ma'am to have you here. How are you feeling to be at Skills Rediscovery?
I'm very much excited to have joined your team, and actually I'm looking forward to it, and I want to have passionate and enthusiastic learners so that I can also share my knowledge with them.
Wonderful. We are looking forward to the same. We are sure that आपकी जो भी information है, आपकी जो भी qualification knowledge और जो भी आपकी skill है, वो दूसरों को भी अपनी skill बढ़ाने में मदद करेगी.
Yeah, sure.
Surely. Absolutely. So ma'am, इससे पहले that we move into the technical aspect of French language, I would like to know about your journey. How did your interest, like specifically French की तरफ क्यों? Like मैंने बहुत कम सुना है लोगों को graduation language में करते हुए, especially एक अलग language, English से अलग. So how did your interest started in this journey?
Okay, so my journey started long back when I was in 4th class in school. So it's been more than 10 years now since I know French language.
Wow.
So I started learning French in 4th standard, and since then I'm still learning. And then obviously, and there is a point in schools, like there is a point of time, yes, in schools in 8th class where you get an option to opt for whether you want to go for Hindi or French as a second language. But the risk that you have to take is that you have to appear for boards for Hindi exams, even if you're not taught in school, right? So this is the...
Oh God, yeah.
Yes, and then obviously it depends on children that they want to take it up or not. I am a risk taker. I take this kind of risk. I just took it, and then I just went out with it. And then obviously I got good grades in French, obviously, and even in Hindi. And then again I opted for it in my graduation, which I have pursued from Delhi University. Obviously I told them. And then apart from that, again I take up another risk in which I opted for learning Portuguese language, to which I had no idea how to learn about it, and still I opted for it. And side by side I was learning Spanish as well from the help of songs, and like I had some friends who used to teach me. Yes, 5 languages: English, Hindi, Portuguese, French, and Spanish. So it's
wonderful.
and then obviously after that I am pursuing my masters currently, and it's going pretty well, no doubt.
तो आप JNU से मास्टर्स कर रही हैं,
Yes.
एक ऐसा कॉलेज जहाँ पे जाने के लिए आई थिंक हर
Yes,
youth
it's
is
internationally
very excited.
recognized college. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, college में जब आपने French से आपकी journey start हुई and you have done your graduation from like a reputed college, and still now you are doing it from a very very reputed college. So, how was your journey in college while you were learning? क्या आपने कुछ नया सीखा? Generally, I think जहाँ से मैं आती हूँ वहाँ पे languages को इतनी importance नहीं दी जाती. But I'm sure जब Delhi में उस तरीके की आपकी journey start हुई होगी, you would have been exposed to a different kind of a scenario, atmosphere. So, कैसी रही आपकी
Yes, a
journey
different kind of scenario is there, but the main thing is that obviously learning in Delhi University, it's a good thing. It's a great thing if you want to learn French and if you want to opt for certificate courses and all. Yes, you can go ahead and do that. And apart from this, but yes, I did my bachelor's like honors from Delhi University, so that is also a part of it. And obviously the first year of bachelor's is not much difficult because it was not difficult for me, especially because obviously I had done it before. But for new learners, for beginners, it's kind of difficult because they teach you differently. There are different kind of verbs,
Right.
conjugations, and obviously there is a lot of gender in French, obviously masculine, feminine. So yes,
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
students get confused, but yes, it was fine for me. And obviously second, third year were like fine for me because obviously you get to learn more about its literature, gastronomy, music and art, and these kind of things interest me a lot. So obviously it was quite great for me.
I'm sure. So, as you have told me that when you did not know कि किस तरीके से start करना चाहिए learn करना, be it Portuguese, be it French. A lot of students among us also, like they don't know कि चलो अगर language सीखनी है, generally they don't think about doing it professionally. They just do it things like
They just started as their hobby maybe, or just because they learned because they heard a French song and then they decided up to take it up and something like that. Yeah.
So I would like to know from you, when you were inclined towards learning French. So do you suggest कि English should be perfect for learning French? Because I've heard this. अब मुझे नहीं पता ये myth है या फिर it's actually true that your English should be
it's not
perfect before you
actually.
start learning French.
Yeah, but in most of the cases, it's not like that because being an Indian, I know how to teach Indians a foreign language. So this is a perk if you learn from me, that you can learn with the help of tricks and tips and tricks that I give. I have developed it on their own. So that like the same way I learned for French language and Portuguese and Spanish. So I have my ways of teaching and I have my ways of learning how I learned them. So obviously, and it's not important that you learn, okay, basic English is fine for that. No worries.
Sure. So, right, I'm sure. And I would also like to know कि if a layman, like जो कि other two basic languages तो जानता है, but if he has to start learning a new language, be it French, be it Spanish, Portuguese, whichever language, how should he start? How should he like work towards it? बिना किसी कोर्स के भी randomly भी वो घर पे कैसे पढ़ाई करे उसको लेकर?
One can start with greetings, salutations, and maybe just listening to poems, children poems or music.
Right.
If it fantasizes you, so it can help you. And if someone is an avid reader, you can go ahead and read some short stories and then fables and all, so that it can help that person. Even if you're not taking any kind of classes, you can learn with the help of that. But yes, the sentence structure and all and verb conjugations and all, this you have to learn it from somewhere, because even internet is there obviously with us 24/7.
Right.
But still we need to have somebody, and like we need to be under supervision, so that if we come across any of the doubts, we can get it cleared. No.
Right, absolutely. So, ma'am, as you I would like to tell our audience also that you have a very interesting course at 𝐷 Discovery about French language. So I would like to know, how do you make how is this course designed? How will it help students to opt for a career or maybe help in their career with French? Like क्या importance है French की और आज के ज़माने में वो career के लिए या corporate world में किस तरीके से help करता है in technical terms?
Okay, so the first course that I have is for beginners level only. So anybody who doesn't know, doesn't have any idea about French language, how it works, how it is structured, how sentences are structured, no idea about it, you can go with my course. The first one, that was learns French, speak French and live French. So in that I will teach you greetings, salutations, alphabets, numbers. So only the basic ones, so that you can give your personal details, introduce yourself, have basic conversation with people, but not on a advanced level, right? And then you can go on to my next course, which says Learn French with Payal, which is of A2 level. So yes, that one is a bit advanced, and there you will get to know about much more. In French, there are different kind of pronouns, different kind of adjectives, and then there you will also learn about much more about culture and civilization of France, which is very much important. If you are learning a language, you should know its culture, and obviously civilization, music, festival, art, a bit of literature as well, geography as well, history as well. So a global idea about that language you can get after doing A2 level, of course. But yes, if you are asking about corporate, I will develop another level of courses which will have these kind of studies included in that.
Right. So, like you talked about A2 level courses, and I've also heard that French में काफी levels होते हैं, and they are like in decreasing order. Decreasing order. So, would you like to tell us about how does the levels in French works?
So the first course that I said was I told you that was A1 level course, which will have greetings and all. So you can just talk in French to somebody, but using only basic French. Okay. Just a normal daily conversation you can have with a person. In the next A2 level, it's actually lower intermediate, you call it, in which you can obviously introduce yourself, but you can introduce your family, your friends. You can talk about your routine. You can talk about your daily basis, like whatever you do in your whole day. And all this. And then comes B1 level. So total there are 6 levels: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Okay. So A1, A2 are the beginners, B1, B2 are intermediate, and C1, C2 are advanced levels. So in B1, B2 levels as well, you will obviously, it's an intermediate level course. So there, but yes, in B1 level, you can make arguments, you can keep your opinions, you can explain your viewpoints, okay? And as you advance towards B2 level, there you can actually get into a debate and talk about it, explain your point of view, understand others' points of view. And actually B2 level French is required outside if you go for be it job, studies. In France, if you want to take up any any course related to maybe fashion, engineering, medical, anything, then you need to have B2 level of French. So that actually, because obviously you are going for that work and professional and study purpose, then you need to have that B2 level. Otherwise, B1, A2 level, if you want to communicate, if you are staying up in India, fine, works for you pretty well. And then C1, C2 level is for native. If you have pursued C1, C2 level, it's at the native level. You can speak like a native. The way you speak in Hindi, C1, C2 level. That is the thing. So I hope that you have a clear picture of these levels now, at least. There are 6 levels.
I've also heard about N2, N1 certificate courses also. Or is there something like that also?
N2 and N1 are in Japanese, hopefully, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I might have confused it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you are saying that you are pursuing your career in French language and various other languages as well. If a student particularly wants to pursue a career in a language, but they are not aware about it because they generally feel the typical profession, be it MBA, engineering, medical, fashion and all that, बस उसके लिए ही जाते हैं. But language में specifically career pursue करना, especially French,
because in India there are people who will keep questioning you. Even if I was doing my graduation, even if I'm doing my post-graduation, people like, okay, will you go to France? I'm like, no, even if I'm staying up in India, I will do a job in French. So obviously there are 100 opportunities available in French. There's nothing like that it's just, or I don't know, that only the fact that when you will go outside, when you will travel internationally, then only it will be used. You can use it even in India. So you can work starting with civil and diplomatic services. You can work with national embassies, foreign embassies. You can work with ambassadors and all. And then you can work with international brands as well. And there are many much famous international brands like L'Oreal, Orange, Garnier, Carrefour, Chanel, L'Oreal, and L'Oreal, I said that already. And then what else? Carrefour is there, Peugeot is there. Hundreds of international brands are there. It's just that we don't know about it. We are not aware of the career aspects and the scope of French language that we have. It's just that. And apart from this, you can even get into international business and work with UN, UNESCO, EU, NATO, and Indian International Red Cross and all. You can even work with them because the second language for them is French. So you can work with UNESCO and UN and everything that I said. Apart from this, you can go into language teaching. If you can teach any subject, you can teach, I don't know, English, Hindi, math, science. You can even teach French.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? And you can even become a professor in university or maybe a school level teacher if you want to. Apart from this, you can also go into translation and interpretation career. Why? Because you can actually there are many outsourcing jobs available nowadays. Why? Because of the pandemic, everybody everybody by now is inclined towards online. Everything they want online. Even if things now can work on work from office basis, but still nobody is willing to go there. No, everybody is inclined towards working from home. You can sit at home. You want to learn online, so you can even teach, and you can also do online interpretation, translations and all. And apart from this, you can also work with BPO, KT, IT companies as well. They also require it. It's just that we don't know about it, but yes. So there are numerous opportunities. It's just that you have to find your path of interest and why you want to learn French. And obviously, one more thing that I have noticed, you need to be very much passionate and enthusiastic, and you need to have that consistent interest in learning a language if you really want to pursue a career in it. If you don't have this, or if you have lost it, you can't go ahead. And it's the same with other streams as well, be it medical engineering.
Goes for other professions also,
Yes.
I'm sure. So guys, मैं तो मैम से opportunities पूछ रही थी. She has opened a stream of things that you can go for in French language, and honestly, हम सबको भी कुछ ना कुछ पता होता है, but it doesn't cross our mind कि इतनी opportunities हो सकती है. And I remember ma'am this show that I watched, Emily in Paris, and she went to France for working. और वहाँ उनको बहुत issues आए थे French language के वजह से, and I also saw that people were really not feeling like she's coming for a job here, but she doesn't know French language. So obviously it comes handy. आपको कभी भी अपने business की वजह से, अपनी company की वजह से, you can wanna go out and you
Yeah,
might
and
have to
learning
work
a
outside.
foreign language is always an asset. Why? Because obviously you
Exactly.
can work using English language, but if there is a requirement of any foreign language, but particularly why French? Because French is the most spoken language in the world now. There are currently there are more than 500 million speakers that are like speaking French across the globe. Apart from this, you can even see that there are like French is taught in each and every school alongside English in each and every country by now.
Exactly.
So the way English is spoken, French is also spoken on the same scale. I don't think so that there is much difference, because every second person that I know knows French. Be it that they don't belong from that French domain or any language domain, but still they know French. Somehow, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure. So, even I read it somewhere that the origin of French language at that time, more than the natives, the other countries and other areas used to speak French a lot. So वो काफी ज़्यादा use में भी थी. So I'd like also to know about the exams that you train for. The students that you train for those exams. Would you like to tell us some about that also? That how do you teach and what are those exams and how can students opt for them?
So I taught them especially for TEF and TCF exams that are required to go to Canada if you want to work there for professional purpose. Like if you want to have a job, or if you have already a job but you want to shift there in Canada, so you have to pass through these kind of tests, and obviously A2 or B1 levels are required, but according to their preference, some students say that I want to have B1 level, some say that I want to acquire B2 level. So obviously TEF and TCF, but yes, you have to teach them according to the levels that they want to and the marks they want to acquire. And the same goes with the students that I prepared them for TELF B1. So that is the same case with them. They say that, okay, my speaking is weak, my listening is weak. Usually writing and reading, everybody can do this. The main point comes where you have to speak fluently. There they get scared, people lose confidence, they get anxious and all. And then obviously, in order to build their confidence, you have to teach them much more vocabulary on much more advanced levels and all of it.
So I have always been interested कि ठीक है French language सीखो, but how do you get that accent? Like वो जो बिल्कुल exact बोलते हैं वो today morning and enchanté. So how do you get that accent? How do you prepare students for that?
Because so accent part, I have developed my lessons so that it helps in learning accents and pronunciations. Because yes, I understand that there are many people, and especially from Eastern India and Southern India, which don't have such kind of accents like je m'appelle. Like je m'appelle Payal is my name is Payal. They can't spell je. They either say je or je. So obviously, je m'appelle Payal is my name is Payal or I am Payal.
Okay, right.
So je word is quite difficult for Indian students, and I understand. But yes, with the process of time, they understand it, they practice it, and they're done with it. So there is. I don't think so that pronunciation part is much more difficult for them, because once you make them learn how the accents work, how the phonetics work in French, it's easier for them to grasp. So that is a perk. Again, that perk comes up when you are learning this only from an Indian teacher, because obviously French people want to know what kind of accents we Indians have, right? And what kind of sounds we have. So obviously, it can come up only with an Indian teacher, not anybody else belonging from any other country.
Right, absolutely. So, would you like to tell our audience about a few words in French? Like, if I'd ask you, how are you in French?
How are you is comment ça va? So you can ask anybody Now, whenever you meet, Como Sava. And my name is Ramapel. Anything, your name?
Ramapel Shivani. Yeah, yes. Right.
And then for greeting anybody, you can say bonjour. Like you say hi, hello. You can say bonjour.
And for happy journey, we say for happy journey, we say
bon voyage.
Yeah. And bon appetit for happy eating, right?
Bon appetit is happy meal.
Right. Okay. You know, ma'am, I actually I'm so impressed by whatever you've told me, and I'm sure that your qualification and your way of teaching would be really helpful for our audience who haven't really joined our courses and who are already joined our courses. So, you know, I would love our audience that guys, after this InstaLive session, instantly go and check out our French courses at Skills Rediscovery. The courses are already there on the website, and you can definitely enroll in them and learn why is it important to, you know, learn French or any other language for that matter, and especially French. So जैसा कि मैंने बताया कि it gets you to places where you know where you can work smoothly. You know, it might not give hindrance क्योंकि आपका काम बहुत अच्छा हो सकता है, but इससे एक language ना आने की वजह से it could create a problem.
Yeah. Even for like people who are shifting in Canada, in London, in other parts of US, they require French, and even Switzerland and Madagascar, Mauritius. If you're shifting there or maybe going for professional or studying purpose, you should know this much French that you can at least communicate and get your daily life done with it. So obviously B1 and B2 level French is normal and like it's required by now.
I'm sure. So everyone, I would like to, you know, urge all our participants to understand कि guys, अगर आपको instantly language सीखनी है तो भी आप हमारा course join कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको सिर्फ you know, for a new activity, for a new skill develop करने के लिए आपको सीखनी है तो भी आप join कर सकते हैं. You might not know when it comes handy. And अगर आप एक प्रोफेशनल बनना चाहते हैं और फ्रेंच में ही अपना करियर एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं तो भी आप हमारे फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज कोर्सेज बाय पायल शर्मा मैम को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, उनमें एनरोल कर सकते हैं. यू कैन डेफिनेटली हैव अ बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दैट क्योंकि लर्निंग नेवर स्टॉप्स. You might become an expert in one particular skill, but there are so many skills to learn. There are so many things to learn. And आज हम language पे basically बात कर रहे थे, तो I would urge all my audience to understand the importance, and I hope you've enjoyed this session. So, ma'am, if you would like to tell our audience something about, you know, why we should learn French and some parting words.
I guess that I have given enough reasons already to learn French, because obviously there are 100 reasons that I can state by now, but yes, we are up the time. And obviously, and also career opportunities nevertheless as compared to other streams. So yes, you can go and learn French, be it as your hobby, and obviously summer vacations are up. If you don't have anything to do, learn a new language, be it French or any other language, so that it can help you in learning and going ahead, one step ahead with the other person, so that in this kind of competitive world, you can stay ahead of others.
And अभी तक तो मैं यही सोचती थी कि फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज या कोई भी लैंग्वेज लोग सिर्फ as a hobby, as a skill set के लिए करते हैं, but आज आपसे बात करने के बाद I'm actually learning.
You can get into its profession. You can make it in your career.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time. It was a lovely session. I myself learned a lot and would love to explore your course, would love to learn from you, and I'm sure our audience are also excited. So thank you so much. And thank you so much everyone for joining us today, for taking out time on you know, a weekend and coming us here. And I'm sure you guys are excited to explore this session. So जो भी आज नहीं आ पाए किसी issue की वजह से, you can always check out our Instagram and our YouTube handles for this one session and all the other sessions that has been held. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone. With this, we sign off. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. All the best to everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Guys, we'll meet you again on another InstaLive session at next Saturday.
Friday maybe. Stay tuned and do subscribe to our YouTube channel Skills Rediscovery for more such sessions, and keep exploring our courses, our website, our all social media handles to learn more about skills rediscovery and the skilled courses. Thank you so much, guys. Meet you again next time. Bye bye.